Thank you, Professor Mahmoud. This was a very, very interesting presentation. Also to see that the project and people behind the project are interested to follow up and to do more on the collaboration behind the cultural differences, difficulties in dialogues, and because I understand that these are things that need time, decades, maybe even more. But I mean, with those projects, this is actually why we have those projects, and we are trying to fund these regions also at the regional level. This is why we have those flagship projects to help you develop further at regional level, and to also to speak to each other. So a word about CINEA. CINEA, the Climate Infrastructure Environment, the executive agency, is the agency that I work, is the so-called European Green Deal agency. It plays a key role in transformation of the EU into a modern, resource-efficient and competitive economy. We can do this by turning climate and environmental challenges into opportunities and making the transition fair and inclusive for all. Now, CINEA is implementing for the next 6 years, for the period 2021-2027, several EU programs. You can see them on the slide. For transport, for energy, for climate action, environment, maritime fisheries and aquaculture, MFAF, that I'm working for. And you can see on the slide that all the programs and also the budget, that is 55 billion in total for all the programs. And with thanks to the EU Green Deal and the projects implemented by CINEA, we aim to boost the efficient use of resources by moving to a clean, circular economy, restoring biodiversity, cutting pollution, and achieving climate neutrality by 2050, which is one of the priorities of the Green Deal. Now, MFAV, the European Maritime Fisheries and Aquaculture Fund, is actually the program I am working for, and I'm working in the Sustainable Blue Economy unit. And we're responsible for the implementation of the European Maritime Fisheries and Aquaculture Fund until 27, as I said, as part of direct management together with DG Mare. The budget we manage is 6 billion euro in total, and our core business is the implementation of the maritime policy and sustainable blue economy, common fisheries policy, and the international ocean governance agenda. And we do that mainly through management of grants, but also procurement. I want to say a word about the missions. So you can. I want to say about the EU missions. And in particular, the one that out of the 5, that is the one on restoring oceans and waters by 2030. As you may know, in June 22 in Lisbon, the Commission, in the framework of the EU missions, launched the Mission Charter, which calls for joint efforts to achieve the 3 objectives of the mission in question. And here I have the objectives to protect and restore marine and freshwater ecosystems and biodiversity, prevent and eliminate pollutions of ocean, seas, and waters, and make the blue economy carbon neutral and circular. Now, to reach those objectives, the mission is also putting in place 2 enablers: the digital ocean and water knowledge system and the public mobilization and engagement. Now, a little bit more on the charter. The Commission wants to establish a simpler, inclusive and inspirational framework to enhance cooperation, mobilize resources and develop activities to deliver on the mission objectives. Now, this charter is non-binding. It's open to any public or private entities. As the Commission is calling also national, regional, local authorities, but also investor, enterprises, businesses, civil society, research, academia, to adhere to the mission charter. by submitting actions for achieving the mission objectives. Now, any of those actions at European, as I say, transnational, national, regional, local, any level, promoted by public or private funds, contributing to the mission objectives are welcomed by the Commission. Now, why to adhere to the charter? By adhering to the mission charter, you send a clear signal on the importance to protect oceans and waters, and to take concrete actions. You will be involved in major missions, fora, and events. In this way, the Commission will be multiplying the opportunities for networking. This is something we're doing also today. Exchanges of experiences, collaboration, and increasing your visibility. Now here, I add here the link to the EU survey. You can also check it online. How you can adhere to this charter by submitting your relevant actions, as I said, to the specific subject through this platform, which will remain open until during the whole duration of the mission. And those actions will be assessed by the European Commission for their coherence with the mission objectives and the enablers in 3 ways. This is done in January, in May, and in September. And these actions will be available and will be made public on the European Commission website. And more information you can indeed ask, and this is a mission secretariat, and this is the email that you can indeed ask any question you have on that. Another important aspect I want to touch upon today is the Blue Invest. A lot of you may be aware that Blue Invest aims to boost innovation and investment in sustainable technologies for the blue economy by supporting readiness and access to finance for early stage businesses, SMEs, and startups. I ask you to check their website, Blue Invest website, and explore the different coaching schemes, readiness assistance, and also follow some interesting events. The next one is on the 7th of March, which is approaching. I know that the physical attendance deadline has already expired, but I think there is still possibilities, I checked, for online participation to that event. I have to say here that you can receive coaching. Actually, you cannot, from countries that are not EU members cannot receive coaching, but they can receive other kinds of assistance and advisory assistance. So this is indeed interesting for everybody. Another EU initiative worth checking as the project is coming to an end is this Blue Invest, InvestEU, sorry. This is more for, it has earmarked finance for enterprises with innovative products and services that can help the blue economy deliver the EU Green Deal. So it is indeed eligible for, can be any persons like natural or legal persons established in an EU country or in a third country. So here, this is also Blue InvestEU is also open for third countries. And the InvestEU program brings together the multitude of early EU financial instruments, making access to finance and investment in European companies and projects simpler, more efficient, and flexible. And this program consists of 3 components: the InvestEU fund, the InvestEU advisory hub, and the InvestEU portal. The InvestEU fund is implemented through financial partners that will invest in projects. The InvestEU advisory hub provides support and technical assistance, including capacity building to project developers and entities, private and public, and help with the preparation, development, structuring, and implementation of investment projects. So this is interesting indeed. And the InvestEU portal brings together the investors and project promoters on a single platform, by providing an easy, accessible, and user-friendly database to investment opportunities available within the EU, and matchmaking and networking opportunities in between projects and companies and their potential investors. So this is something I would invite you to indeed also check from your site, the website, and all the different details related to that. I would like to remind you also about the Horizon Result platform you again may be aware of, that aims to facilitate the exploitation of results of EU-funded projects. The platform is addressing a broad range of interested third parties like policymakers, investors, entrepreneurs, researchers, and others. And the objective of that is to provide a place to accelerate the chances of successful matchmaking and to make use of project results. So this platform is open also to MFAF at this time, the first non-Horizon program that is included in the platform. So this is interesting indeed for this project too. And this is actually the place where you can discover the wealth of EU-funded research and get in contact with the creators, see the results of the different projects, and also see if there is a matching and if you can find future partners for future projects. So, indeed, as you know, the blue economy is a key driver for the prosperity of coastal areas. Many of the blue economy sectors have a strong potential to contribute to sustainable future in line with the Green Deal. The optimal development of all sea-related activities in a sustainable manner calls for a coherent policy framework based on proper involvement of all stakeholders. Seas are shared among different countries, so regional cooperation, including non-EU countries, is extremely important. Moreover, each sea basin is different. So there are specific conditions, opportunities, and challenges for each sea basin, which requires a targeted approach. And that's why the European Commission recognizes this, and it has developed 3 sea basin strategies: the Atlantic, the Western Mediterranean, and the Black Sea. The Common Maritime Agenda for the Black Sea is a sea basin initiative to enhance regional cooperation for achieving a sustainable blue economy in the Black Sea. The CINEA, as it is called, is a partnership between 7 countries: Bulgaria, Georgia, the Republic of Moldova, Romania, the Russian Federation, the Republic of Turkey, and of course Ukraine. As you know, in response to Russia's aggression against Ukraine, the participation of the Russian Federation in CINEA has been suspended since February 22. Now, the Common Maritime Agenda for the Black Sea sets the following goals to help generate sustainable blue growth in coastal regions: healthy marine and coastal ecosystems, a competitive, innovative, and sustainable blue economy in the Black Sea, and fostering investment in the Black Sea blue economy. These goals are also further declined into 10 priorities and actions for the promotion of enhanced cooperation on maritime affairs and blue economy among the participating countries. Now, the Common Maritime Agenda for the Black Sea sets in place procedures for its governance and operations, and political coordination is ensured through ministerial meetings. They provide the political guidance, they review the progress and achievements, and they revise priorities. Whereas the operational coordination is assured by a steering group comprised of senior officials of the participant countries. Now, to support the implementation of the EU Sea Basin initiatives, the Commission has established an assistance mechanism to the Sea Basin strategies. The CINEA implementation is supported by a specific team dedicated to the Black Sea, the so-called the Black Sea Assistance Mechanism. As a practical support arm, the Black Sea Assistance Mechanism works closely with the steering committee and its technical working groups. And it assists stakeholders at regional, national level to implement events, to develop projects, to provide guidance on funding opportunities on blue economy. And the work of BSAM central team is complemented with local efforts of national hubs of each participant country. And I know that there is also a presentation for one of the national hubs today. The Black Sea Assistance Mechanism is supported by the MFAF, the European Maritime Fisheries and Aquaculture Fund, and is implemented by CINEA, indeed, and DG Mare. So for the assistance mechanism, the focus is on facilitating awareness and capacity of local and regional stakeholders by providing the Black Sea community with expertise on the blue economy, a network across borders on both shore to help protect leaders, find the right partners, as well as support with project ideas and share funding opportunities, as I said. I won't say more about that. And then one last thing important to us is communication. What can we do for you? As you know, CINEA, we have said that from the very beginning of our project, and we tend to repeat ourselves. As you know, we can feature your project in all the different, in our social media. And this is a great way to keep up to date with what is going on in your project, in your community, what the partners are doing, what are the different deliverables, important milestones. This is a way to communicate that to us. So we tend to use Twitter, we tend to use LinkedIn, and any other. I mean, it really depends, up to you. Share your story. It's never too late. Just share your stories and keep in mind the rules of communication, of course, of the project. And sometimes also do it proactively, and also speak about the partners, not only about the coordinator, but about the partners. It's for us, it's extremely important to see what is the work going on. And from the presentation I've seen before, with the different meetings that took place and the workshops, this is actually the things that we want to see coming our way. Now, last but not least, the Commission is organizing a lot of events that offer excellent opportunities to meet the staff, but also potential new partners and investors. You have already been in Brest for the European Maritime Day. This year we have the European Maritime Day organized in Denmark, is Vedborg. Next week we have the EU Ocean Day. It's also an extremely interesting event organized by the Commission. There is a whole calendar of EU events that we invite you to check and to see if there are interests to you also on investment. Because for example, yesterday, there was an energy transition partnership event for fisheries and aquaculture organized by the European Commission, which was also a very interesting event, also online. So I know that traveling to Brussels is not always easy, but I mean, there are events that you could follow also online, and for the partners too. And I want to finish with words from our commissioner. There is no Green Deal without the oceans, and no green recovery without the blue economy. And I leave you with that. Thank you very much.